everyone, this is Amanda Kunkel. I welcome you into the sacred container where you're going to hear directly from the universe. As the universe presents this transmission through me, know that the exact words, the phrases, everything that you need to hear, that you need to realize is going to come through in exactly the way you need to hear it. So that 50 people are sitting listening to this, they're all going to have a different takeaway point. That is because the universe is moving directly through me to you. Make sure if you're here live that you also have the recording, because you are going to want to take this in 5-minute increments and go back and take notes. So right now that you can just absorb everything. The universe gives big downloads at once, but that doesn't mean you have to enact them as one big download all at once. Take them as whatever pace feels good to you for your forward movement. So today's topic is vanilla is not your color. And let's get started. We want to talk about what Amanda's calling vanilla is not your color. The reason that we're talking about this isn't because that we're actually concerned with you having a color or what the vanilla is. Basically, this is Amanda's fun little way of saying, don't be so generic. And, when we say don't be so generic, the world in general is quite generic. When you look at all of the things on your television and your magazines, your newspapers, everything tends to circulate around the agreed upon topics, the way of speaking about things, presenting the self. Amanda calls it the let's jump on the bandwagon of something. And just so you know, that is not the way to move ahead in your business. That is not a way to even move ahead in your personal life. Recently, Amanda keeps getting these questions on what can I do to move into 6 figures? What can I do to move into 7 figures? And this has less to do with actually what you're physically doing. What this really has to do with is what you are being. And we're not going to get into what you're being right now. That is going to move more along the energetic space. Know that right now, what we're going to talk about is something, this is very practical for you. Okay. When we say this is really practical, like you can actually use this, like Amanda was talking about in the various like pause and come back, because you can use this for the way that you talk to people. Okay. So do yourself a favor and really get into the, what am I consuming and what am I seeing consumed? And this can literally, what we're saying to you is like, look at like the mop commercials. Amanda's putting in her mind right now the Swiffer. Like everybody wants the Swiffer. Everybody wants the Swiffer with the water, the Swiffer Wetcha. And so here's the thing. That's just because of the marketing that's been out there. That's because it keeps being put in front of your face and put in front of your face and put in front of your face, because there's certain businesses that are able to just inundate you with word vomit. And that is not you. That is not how you are going to get to 6 or 7 figures. If you're here reading this and watching this and hearing this, it is because that you want your way. You are not someone that is going to sit down and say, let me write a check for $1 million to hire the biggest advertising firm and to make all of those commercials and to push them in things like big ads during big things like Amanda's saying during the Super Bowl. Okay, that is not you. So right now what you need to do is wipe out from your memory, wipe out from your field everything that you know. Okay, wipe out everything that you know around marketing, wipe out everything that you know around advertising, wipe out everything you know around what's called copy, wipe out everything you know about what other coaches are telling you. And these aren't just coaches, these are even just teachers, right? So we are talking to people here that aren't even just in the coaching industry or in the online service industry. We are speaking to people right now that even have their MBAs in business and that they have spent years and years in schooling. So what we're saying is wipe out everything you know. Everything you know is based on getting you to the status quo right now. That is where vanilla comes in. That is where you can just take an ad or take a writing of something and just vomit and vomit and vomit and vomit on the television or in a magazine or whatever it is. And people will, by their nature, in their psychology, the way that their brain is firing, pick up on it. That is not you. This vanilla, Amanda has seen a lot of this vanilla writing coming out of even people that their thing is they work as copywriters. Their thing is they work as people that write advertising. They work as people that are in charge of marketing. And all of that comes across as that's what everybody else is doing. The universe is saying to really speak to the people that have been looking for you, because know that if you're here listening to this, the way that your work is set up, there have been people that are looking for you that need you so dearly and so deeply, because you're the one that's going to help their vessel of who they are, their soul, sink into that love and that light of this journey here on earth. And you're not going to get them with this. They're just going to it's a scroll past. They're just going to flip over to the next page. They're just going to, it's going to go into their head of everything in background noise. You are not background noise. Your light is not background noise. Your soul vessel is here, is not as background noise. So you need to stand out from what everybody else is telling you to do. There have been some wonderful, great, well put together things that Amanda has read this year from top people that are coming across, and Amanda is getting from us saying, okay, where's your energy in this? Where are you in this? Where is your voice in this? Anybody could write this, but not anybody is you. So for example, we're going to use some of the things that we've had Amanda tell her various clients to work on, so that you can get away from this vanilla. Again, we're literally giving you exactly what you need to know. So first of all, use your personality, use who you are. Don't be afraid of showing the world really who you are. Of course, there's boundaries and standards, and it's not like you're letting them in your bedroom or your bathroom with you, but there are ways that you can fully be yourself without putting on, Amanda laughs and calls it the corporate suit. You could be in the corporate suit world, you could be in the coaching world, you can be a multi-7-figure woman or man and not have that corporate suit. You can stand out. You're not wearing that black jacket with the black pants or skirt and the white top. Okay, that is vanilla. That is not who you are. That is not what you're here to be and do. So first of all, what is your personality? We're going to really lay this out really easily for you right now. In fact, this is going to be something that you're going to want to sit down and revamp all of your saved marketing and advertising and what Amanda calls canned copy. So first of all, who are you? What do you love? Amanda loves horses. So you see horses a lot through Amanda's work. And sometimes she even makes little puns about horsemanship and business. So the whole, like, you can take a horse to water to trough, but you can't make it drink. Right? You can sign up for a program, but that doesn't mean you can actually make a person do the work. Or if you sign up for a program but aren't going to do the work, you're not going to get the results. You're not going to hydrate yourself. Okay. So when Amanda makes these puns, it's part of her coming through. So it's okay if you don't like horses. It's okay even if you hate horses or get hay fever. Like, what is your thing? What do you love? What makes your heart joyous? What makes you get so excited that people see you walking down the street? Okay, this is before the whole mask thing, but people that can see you walking down the street and you're glowing and you're smiling and strangers wave and say hi to you because they're just so attracted to your light. What is it that allows you to do that? Maybe it's that you are a painter. Maybe you do that in your spare time and you give gifts to your family, or even if it's just to hang around your house, but it brings out your soul as you turn on the music and you open your paint and you let the images throw through your soul and into the canvas, or if you're on paper, whatever you're using. And then what you could do is also, so that's your personality, and you could make puns like that. And Amanda's saying, remind them, you don't just have to make fun. So what we're here to tell you is, you want to speak through that personality of yours. You also want to show everybody that you're not this vanilla suited person. Your big purpose in life is not to get to that corner suite where you have big windows looking out onto a city and that you have just traded your soul vortex for this. Your soul vortex is the window. Your soul vortex is the joy. Your soul vortex is the thing that lights up other soul vortexes. Amanda likes to swear a lot. Amanda also talks about how you don't have to swear, but you want to use your language. So there's this thing that happens when people go from who they are to vanilla. And what it is they stop using their own language. So every person, they have different language. They have different ways of speaking about things, different, those puns they use or the jokes that they tell. So put that in everything that you write. Be that part of you. Let your voice come out, whether you say things, Amanda says arse a lot, and it makes people laugh, but it's also part of her way of saying, haha, I'm naughty, but not naughty. And, I like dark humor, but I really don't like dark humor. But, this is part of who I am. And so you're going to see this if you work with me. And that attracts to her the people that are of, similar vibrational states where they would find that hilarious. And then through that draw, then they actually start paying attention to what she's reading or what she's writing and what she says in lives. And even things like this, when they come to galleries and they see her and they say, oh, holy crap, that woman is doing exactly what I need. And so it wasn't some, oh, what did she call it, whiz brainchild of a copy that she wrote that got these people into her world. It was her being her. So it's the exact same thing for you. So we're not just going to like talk about Amanda the whole time. That's just the easiest way to speak, since there are so many different people that are watching this right now. And we want you to know that for your copywriting, for when you sit down to do a video, for when you sit down to speak to a potential client or customer, that yes, there is a thing called professionalism, but yes, we want your soul to show through. And the best way to make that shine is to get in that place, get into that part of your vortex, soul vortex of yours, that has that personality, that has that soul shining. That doesn't mean that you need to go ride a horse right before that you speak to somebody or sit down to write something. That doesn't mean that you need to paint something right beforehand. Okay. Like that could be quite distracting if you, every time before you went to do something, you had to do something like that, right? That's not the point. The point is to take the feeling, to take that vibration, to take that essence of being, that even though it's only a part of you, it is also a whole of you. So taking that, what you think is part of you, because you're only spending 30 minutes, an hour doing that a couple times a week, but letting that infusion of it to show out from you, to shine out from you every time. So sit down and get yourself in that spot. There's many ways that you can hear about this, and you could YouTube search something for about meditation to get into your power or to get into your positivity, or doing the various energy works. But you could also just ask your brain. Really, it's really that easy. Again, we're coming back to how easy this is. You all are making it to be way too complicated. Okay, and that's what makes things vanilla, is that you're making it too complicated, that you have to like boil everything down through a funnel, and instead of your shiny light coming out of it, it's this like gray matter. You're not gray. You are all the colors of the rainbow. You are all colors of the spectrum, the light spectrums. That's a whole other different conversation to have with you. But for right now, know that all of who you are, you can literally just tell your brain to turn that switch on. You just turn that switch on before you sit down to talk to these potential clients, before you sit down with any of your clients, before you sit down to do a video or to write an email or whatever it is. And the more that you can switch that on, the more that you can walk through your whole day from that state of the things that you're so passionate about, that let your soul vortex shine out for everybody to see, not just potential clients, but the people walking down the street, the people in the grocery stores, that have you being this beacon of light. That is where you need to start everything. And you can just simply say to your brain, okay, brain, put me in that spot. You ask your brain to put that switch on. And Amanda talks a lot about getting into the vibrational spot, or bringing the vibration of that 6 or 7 figure businesswoman into you now. Really what that is is being fully all of who you are, all that you know that you're meant to be here on this earth, and feeling that right now. So just attach that to the switch. Ask your brain to turn the switch on. And when your brain turns the switch on, that vibrational field turns the switch on too. So again, going back to the whole 6 and 7 figures that Amanda keeps getting these questions about, which it makes sense because she works mostly with those women. However, again, it's not about the money. It's about, first, let's get you out of the vanilla. Let's get that out of your vocabulary. Forget everything that you've already been told about the way that you should speak in marketing, or the way that you should present yourself. And what we tell you here is to be all of you, to be all of your personality, to be the quirks, to be the the naughty humor, to be the dark humor, to be the dry humor, to be the person that maybe doesn't even have any humor at all, to be the person that is literally just who you are. And the quickest, fastest way that you can get into that state is doing the things that light you up, and then having that switch flicked on this entire time. And so when you sit down to write, when you sit down to make the videos, when you sit down, nothing that comes out of you is vanilla then, because you are this unique soul vessel. All of your soul vessels are so unique. All of your soul vessels have been planned and based in mind with the previous lives that you've had and what you want to accomplish here. And yes, the soul vessels are about sinking into the love and the light and this earth school education, but each one has a different love and light, has a different color of the spectrum, has just a little bit different. Amanda calls it special sauce. The special sauce is a little different for each and every one of you. So you just want to show everyone that special sauce. Don't be afraid of what people are going to say. Okay, the more people that hate your stuff is a good thing. The more people that run out of your vortex field very quickly is a good thing. It is that equal and opposite, so that the people that are meant to be in your field, that have been looking for you, that are so desperately looking for you right now, that there is going to be space for them, and they're going to see the open seat. It's like the perfect seats in a movie theater. Remember, in the movie theater, everybody wants to sit in a certain section because your neck doesn't have to be too craned or not too craned, and there's not too many people in front of you, and there's not too many behind you. And when those seats are open, people will just rush for this. So let people be offended by you, let people be turned off by you, so that the people that are so turned on by you, that are so looking for you, that are willing to put in the work, that are willing to sit down and to fully glow and learn, can find you. And this is the end of our transmission. Thank you.